Hi everyone, welcome back to Learning English with Kate. Do you have a job interview coming up really soon and you're a little bit nervous? You don't know what kind of questions you're going to get from the interviewer? Well, don't fret because I'm going to tell you exactly the types of questions that the interviewers ask. Now, of course, these are just the most common questions, but there are still those questions you might get that might not be on this list. So try to Google some more questions aside from this video. So before we begin, I want to talk a little bit about the preparation for your interview, meaning do your research about the company before you even get to the interview. You want to make sure that you know about the company that you're going to be interviewed for. Google it, read some newspaper articles, and figure out what is the current thing happening in that company. So if the interviewer asks you, you will be ready. The second thing is always arrive early. Chances are, if you arrive late to an interview, the interviewer has already made up their mind not to give you the job, because if you can't make it there on time for the interview, you'll probably be late for the job every day. The third thing is make sure that you dress professionally. Gentlemen, this usually means a nice suit, a business suit, or even business casual, which means some khaki pants and a nice polo top. Sometimes you require a tie, sometimes you don't. You have to figure out what the company culture actually is. So if they're more business casual, then dress business casual. If they're really formal, then dress formally. Okay? You want to make sure that you fit in with the company before the interview even starts. Now, handshake. If it's acceptable in your culture or your religion, you want to make sure that your handshake is firm, but not too firm so that you're breaking the poor interviewer's hand, okay? So don't give them a weak handshake because in their mind, you will seem weak as well. So nice and firm, but not too firm, okay? Now, finally, let's get to some of those questions. So question number 1 is tell me a little bit about yourself. Tell me a little bit about yourself. This is a tricky one because it's not a time for you to talk about your personal life. So don't go in there and start talking about your 10 children that you have and that you are, a stay-at-home mom until now. That's not the time to talk about your personal life. You want to focus on the jobs and the accomplishments, special accomplishments that you have achieved in your previous jobs and the experience that would help you for this specific job. For example, I have extensive experience in marketing due to my previous jobs working with company Y and Z. Due to my hard work and passion for success, I was promoted to regional manager and therefore I know I would be a great fit for the position you're looking for right now. Question number 2. How did you hear about this job? Be honest. Answer this very honestly. I saw it in the newspaper, or I saw it on the computer, or I heard from my friend about this job opening. However, make sure that you follow up the answer with your own excitement about this job. So how excited you were when you saw this job posting. For example, as soon as I saw the advertisement for this position, I was very excited because I heard about your very reputable company and I would very much like to be a part of creating something even better together. Question number 3. What do you know about our company? What do you know about our company? This is why I said in the beginning, you must do your research before the interview. So go ahead to the company's website and read about their company. Read especially their mission statement, because this kind of talks about their goals and what they wish to achieve in the company. And talk about how your own goals match what the company wishes to do. and tell them a little bit about how you're going to help them achieve those goals in their mission statement. Also, don't only stick to the company website. There are tons of other websites you can use to find out more about this company. Read the news, read the current events. What are they doing in the community that excites you? And talk about how you can personally help them to achieve those goals. For example, I noticed that your company plans on helping the new community grow and helping it succeed, and that is why I am passionate to show you my own plans on the same issue. And here is how. And then get specific. Question number 4. Why do you want this job? Why do you want this job? This is not a time where you say, well, I heard you guys pay really good money. That is not what you want to say. You want to actually talk about your passions and desires and why this job would be a good fit for those passions and desires. And also how your previous experience will help you with this job, and also why you love this specific company. So don't only talk about why you're excited about the job, but why you're excited to be working in that specific company as it relates to your previous passions and experience. For example, I love nursing because my biggest passion in life is helping as many people as I can. This is why I have decided to apply for your hospital, because I believe you are doing amazing things for the people in the community, and that will give me a great opportunity to reach even more people in need. Question number 5. Why should we hire you? Why should we hire you? This is the time to sell yourself to the company. So this is the time to talk about all of your previous job experiences and education as it pertains to the job. So why would your previous experiences and education be an excellent fit for this company? So talk about your best achievements and also talk about your excellent work and also how you would fit in very well with this particular company. Companies want to know that you would be different than any other candidate for this job. So what are those special qualifications that you might have that other candidates might not? For example, my manager has always commended me on my extremely hardworking ethic and my dedication to not only reaching but surpassing the goal of the company. What sets me apart from other candidates is the ability to quickly realize what the clients are looking for and then meeting those needs, as well as going above and beyond for those clients. Question number 6. What are your greatest strengths? What are your greatest strengths? So what are you strongest at when it comes to the job? Again, you want to stick to professional strengths only. So it's not the time to talk about how many pounds you can lift at the gym. You want to remember 3 things. ARS. That stands for accurate, relevant, and specific. Accurate, relevant, and specific. So you want to stay accurate, relevant, and specific to this job as possible, and how your past job experiences have helped you and how they will help in this job. Remember to be accurate, relevant, and specific, meaning bring in specific examples of what you did in a previous job that demonstrated your greatest strengths. For example, I am an excellent problem solver and communicator, which would come in handy for this sales job. I have demonstrated this in the past by solving one of our clients' problems quickly and efficiently. Then proceed to tell them the problem and exactly what you did to fix it. Question number 7. What are some of your weaknesses? Or what is your biggest weakness? Now, this is not a time to sound fake and say that you don't have any weaknesses, because we're all human and we all have weaknesses, and employers know this. They want to see if you are an honest person and if you will answer this question honestly. So give them something that is negative or something that is your weakness, but turn it around and tell them what you are doing to improve about this weakness. Are you maybe getting special education to fix this, or you're working on it and how you're working on it? For example, I'm not very strong at public speaking, but I am currently enrolled in a college class called Public Speaking 101. Question number 8. What is your greatest professional achievement? What is your greatest professional achievement? This is the time you want to talk about your best performance on a job ever. Again, you want to remember the ARS, so accurate, relevant, and specific. So give them a specific time when there was a big problem or issue or task at work, and what you specifically did to make it perfect. And give a good example. And maybe this is the time when you say, I got a reward for something. Maybe you were even promoted at your company because of this excellent work. For example, in just one short month, by implementing my newly designed employee incentives, I reduced the employee absences and work errors, saving the company thousands of dollars each month. Question number 9. Tell me about a problem at work that you had to deal with in the past, and what did you do to solve it? This is a time to be really specific about a certain problem that you had to deal with in the past. You want to show that you were professional and expedient about the problem. So you handled it quickly and very professionally. And you also want to share with the employer the outcome of the problem. And hopefully you choose an example with a happy ending. So what did you do to come up with a solution where you either had to compromise, solve, or just come up with something that both parties were very happy with in the end? For example, when two of my co-workers were fighting about who messed up on the latest budget papers, I decided to conduct a meeting with the three of us. After reviewing all of the papers, I realized where the problem was and noticed that it was just miscommunication. After effectively calming both of them down, we worked on correcting the mistake together. By working together, the issue was resolved and the bond between coworkers was strengthened, leading to a happier working environment for everyone. Question number 10. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? This is a time to be realistic while also showing that you are ambitious. So be realistic, but show that you have ambition. For example, through this supervising position, I hope to gain a lot of experience and insight and eventually be promoted to a management position within the department. Question number 11. Why are you leaving your current job? Why are you leaving your current job, the job that you have right now? You want to stay positive and never talk negatively about your current employer. This is not a time to bash or talk negatively about your current company that you are working at. Instead, you want to focus on the positive. So maybe say why the new job would be a better fit for you because it would give you more opportunity for growth. For example, while I enjoy working at my current company, I just feel like this position would give me more of an opportunity for professional growth, as I did mention before that I would like to move up into a management position. Of course, if you were fired, they will probably find that out, so don't lie about it. Just simply answer, "Unfortunately, I was let go as we didn't see eye to eye on a few things," meaning you didn't agree. Question number 12. The employer might ask you, "What questions do you have for us?" What questions do you have for us? Come prepared for this question. You never just want to say, I've got nothing. That is not a question you want to have. You need to ask something specific about the company that you couldn't find on the internet. And tell them, "I couldn't find this information when I was researching your company, so I was wondering if you can answer this for me." Also, you can ask, "What kind of growth opportunities are there for me? So how can I grow within this company?" Because that shows that you have ambition and you want to improve on yourself. For example, "Your company seems amazing, but I would just like to know if there is a lot of opportunity for professional growth and what some of those might be." And the final question, what are your salary expectations? What are your salary expectations? How much do you expect to be paid for this position? Again, this is where you want to do your research. So go on some websites like Glassdoor or PayScale and look for specific position that you're looking for and what the pay scale actually is. What is the salary for the specific position you are applying to? Now, usually they will give you a range from a minimum to a maximum. It is okay to go with the maximum number, but you have to be able to describe why you think you should get that top pay scale. So talk about your experience, your education, why you think you deserve that top number. However, also show a willingness to negotiate. So maybe they're not ready to pay you that much, so be a little bit flexible and willing to negotiate that salary. For example, with my education and specific job experience of 10 years in the field, I would appreciate a salary of $70,000 per year, as is the norm for this particular position in this city. This shows them that you did your research and know what you are worth. However, if they do say that it is too much for them, mention that you are willing to negotiate. So these 13 questions are the most commonly asked questions. That means you're most likely to see these questions as opposed to other ones. However, keep in mind that these are not all the questions you might see. Other employers might look for very unique questions to ask you, such as, if you were an animal, what animal would you be? What is your favorite color and why does it suit your personality? So as you see, there are some unique questions that you should be ready and prepared for. Now, I want to hear from you guys if this video helped you at all with your job interview, and maybe what are some other ways that you think you need to answer some job questions. So let me know in the comments below. As always, thank you so much for watching Learning English with Kate, and I hope you guys do really well on your job interview and you get that job. Take care. Bye.